Tunitree presents 7 things you never knew about Twitter. Number 1. How did Twitter decide on 140 characters? Was it random? The famous 140 was actually more calculated than random. Not scientific, but calculated. Way back 30 years ago, mobile communications were mostly a thing of science fiction, but engineers were already thinking in that direction. To figure out how long an average sentence might be, one think tanker wrote out a bunch of random sentences and blurbs. He added and divided and came up with 160 characters. Not exactly scientific. Why didn't he collect sentences from other people, for instance? But anyway, the number stuck, and the people working on an early version of texting kept that number as a guide. Eventually, that became a standard number, which Twitter slightly modified to 140 characters used today. Number 2. So what about the hashtag? So ubiquitous that kids can't figure out what it was before the advent of Twitter. The humble number sign has of course been around forever. But how did it ever become associated with sending messages? Turns out the symbol associated with short messages dates back way further than Twitter. To 1988 to be exact. Back in internet infancy, there were places sort of like chat rooms where users could send and receive messages. Those places used the humble hashtag. Bloggers in 2007 picked up on this and suggested its use on Twitter. Number 3. As oblivious politicians and others who've committed big oops on Twitter can attest, the platform is not anonymous. Yes, in fact, when you send out a tweet, it reaches more than one person. But is there a way to be less identifiable when you send out a tweet into the world? Maybe, but it isn't easy. There are a lot of things inherent to Twitter that make true anonymity difficult, if not impossible. There is stuff linked to the tweets you send, like your name, account identifier, location of the tweet, etc., similar to the way it's described in any TV show, where the cyber detectives are following IP addresses that bounce everywhere. Your IP address would have to be masked. You would also have to feed your account through a proxy internet connection, turn off Twitter's geological feature, and a bunch of other technical stuff like that. Best to be sure it doesn't matter if people can identify you. Number 4. Even if anonymity isn't easily attained, it is relatively simple to create a phony account on Twitter. To limit the problem of people creating an account claiming to be, Obama, let's say, or Beaver, Twitter created ways for people to prove they are who they say they are. So how do you get that coveted blue check? All you have to do is fork over $15,000. Say what? That's right. That little blue check next to your handle can be purchased for a mere $15,000 in advertising. Don't have that kind of cash? Well, then it's all in who you know. At Twitter, find someone who works there. Is that all? Actually, the verified accounts were created for people in the public eye, so ordinary Joes probably won't rank. Number 5. So everyone knows that you shouldn't download every free app out there. Some have harmful functions built into the app for nefarious purposes. You should always be careful downloading anything onto any electronic device. For example, if you purchase a certain Arab language app, you might give ISIS access to your account information. Okay, so that one is unlikely, but just in case, you should be aware that this particular app will make use of your information to send out ISIS messages on Twitter. So yeah, don't do that. Number 6. So you've got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. How do you get them to all talk to each other? That used to be easier, because Twitter and Instagram used to be pretty simple to use together. If you had a picture on Instagram, there was a way to automatically tweet it. Now it is more difficult though. Coincidentally, that feature stopped being available in 2012, at the same time that Facebook bought Instagram. Number 7. When you check updates on forums, chat rooms, Facebook or Twitter, have you ever looked up to find that hours have passed? Do you feel like you didn't accomplish anything all day? While technology can be a huge time suck, You never know what will lead to the next big inspiring idea. History is rife with examples. From Archimedes' famous bath, Eureka anyone? To Newton's laziness under the apple tree. You shouldn't give up hope that the next great idea is right around the corner. In fact, rumour has it that the idea for Twitter came at the top of a playground slide. Thanks for watching. For more, please subscribe.